Hello class, Mr. Stone here. The lesson we have today is simplifying radicals, okay? What I put on there is what your goal is. Let's just start with that, okay? Now the first problem is the square root of 12. Just like here, right here, square root of 12. So what our goal is to break this down into a square root of perfect squares, okay? So I put on a chart here. Maybe the teacher will let you use the chart, maybe the teacher won't. But you can always take your scratch piece of paper and write a whole bunch of these, okay? You can do 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4. Perfect square root of 4 is 2, okay? And you can just go right down the list. 3 times 3. 9. But don't forget, you can't write these until this test starts, okay? So that way you just take your scratch paper, you can write these real quick if this is what your lesson is, okay? And just write a whole bunch of them down, okay? And so now we look at 12. So how can you separate 12 out and come up with a perfect square, okay? The perfect square of that would be square root of 4, okay, which we know, we just did the top, it's 2, okay, times the square root of 3. So the square root of 3 times the square root of 4 equals the square root of 12, okay? So let's see, we can break that down. So we know the square root of 4 is 2, okay? But now 3 is not a perfect square, so you just leave it like this. So this is how the answer would look. 2 times the square root of 3, just like that. And that's the whole answer. And that's all there was to it. So let's go on to the next one, okay? Square root of 18, okay? Well, we know, if we look at the chart up here, 9, if we had wrote enough numbers out, we would have hit 9 for sure, okay? So the square root of, we could write the square root of 9 times the square root of 2. And 2 times 9 is 18. So the square root of 9 equals 3. Okay, we know that, so that's going to be on the outside. And 2 is there. And that's all there is to that. That's the whole answer there. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Square root of 20. That's going to equal 4. 4 times 5 times the square root of 5. Well, we know the square root of 4 is 2. So it's going to equal 2 outside the square root of 5. That's the whole answer there. This is getting pretty easy, huh? Okay, let's do 32. What would that be? So if we look up at that chart, and we wrote enough numbers, okay, square root of 16 right here. I don't know why I went all the way over there. I didn't mean to. Okay, the square root of 16 is 4. Okay, so square root of 16 times the square root of 2 equals 4, right? Times the square root of 2. That's the whole answer there. That was relatively easy. Now 75, let's do that one. That would be the square root of 25, which we know up here, 5 times 5, 25, right there, times square root of 3. You break that down. Equals 5 times the square root of 3. And that's all there was there. This is not too bad. Okay, now square root of 27. What numbers would make 27? 9 and 3. And we know 9's a perfect square. So we got the square root of 9 times the square root of 3 equals square root of 9 is 3 times the square root of 3. And that's all there was for that answer. So this was relatively easy, okay? And remember, if they don't give you this chart to use, or you can't use this, or you can't use the calculator, you can just write this out after the test starts on scratch paper, okay? Just start writing 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5, okay? And you'll have a whole little chart yourself that you made. You can make that chart, okay? If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll help my YouTube ratings. And remember what I always say is math can be fun. You have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.